G'day everyone, this is a Footyology Match Dispatch and we are reporting on Carlton's 7-point win over North Melbourne up at the Gabba just recently concluded. And a pretty good win for the Blues in the end. It looked like it was going to be an easy win early on, but really good fight back from North, who were probably their own worst enemy at times. In the end, a deserved win for Carlton though. They had the bulk of possession, they had the bulk of scoring chances. And a game which finished in quite torrential rain, a real slog, but the Blues able to hang on for their fourth win of the season. How did it unfold? Well, Carlton made all the running early. They were absolutely dominant in general play and on the scoreboard. They had 2 goals in the first 5 minutes through the agency of Michael Gibbons and Matt Kennedy. North was its own worst enemy at times. Really easy chances missed by Todd Goldstein, Cameron Zurhaar, a disastrous moment in defence where Jamie McMillan managed to handball straight to David Cunningham and give up another goal. When Levi Casbolt kicked one from 50 late in the first quarter, it was 4 goals of difference, and it looked how far the Blues, they were dominating the clearances, 12-3, centre bounce clearances, 5-1 at one stage. North had tried a few things. Jared Pollock started off in a run-with role on Patrick Cripps. That didn't work. He was moved to a wing and Jed Anderson did the job on Cripps, and that actually helped bring North back into the game in the second quarter. Pollock started to get some really valuable touches out on the wing and give North a bit more drive. Anderson reasonably tight on Cripps, and North just improved their work around the contest and used the ball a bit smarter too. Nick Larkey was a bit of a catalyst. He bobbed up with 2 goals in 3 minutes to drag the deficit back to within 18 points after it had blown out to 5 goals. Jasper Pittard, who was playing as a defensive forward on Sam Doherty, got a rather fortunate one that bounced over Liam Jones's head. But Bailey Scott managed to keep the Roos hanging in there. And at half-time, they were still a big chance. A lot tougher going after half-time. The third quarter, some really poor use of the footy by both teams, really, and a bit of nip and tuck, one side getting the advantage, then the other side. Scott kicked his second goal, got the Roos back to within 5 points, and then a critical moment, Jared Pollock marked just before the siren, well within kicking distance, pretty easy chance, and a chance to actually put the Roos in front going into the last quarter. Jasper Pittard, really silly bit of play, came in and pushed over Mark Murphy, and the mark was reversed and they didn't get the resultant shot at goal. And the seriousness of that was borne out in the last quarter when the rain absolutely started belting down and scoring opportunities really hard to come by. It was the Blues who got the first goal of the last quarter on the board. David Cunningham, beautiful turn onto his right foot and bounced one through from outside 50. He's a really smart player for the Blues. I really like what he's added to them. From there, it was always going to be hard for the Roos to bridge that gap. They still kept giving it a crack, though. Aaron Hall got a goal on the run, and with about 3 minutes left, it was 7 points the difference. But by this stage, the ball was like a cake of soap, as Peter Landy once would have said, and Carlton were just able to keep forcing stoppages, and the siren gave them a deserved 7-point win. Let's have a look at those final scores again. The Blues 9-10-64 defeating the Roos 9-3-57. A victory really set up on the back of that 5-goal first quarter, only 4 goals in 3 quarters to Carlton after that. North came good after quarter time, but really couldn't afford to give up that start, and that cost them dearly. The goals, Bailey Scott, 3 for the Roos, 2 to Larkey, and 2 each for the Blues to Kennedy, Nunes and Cunningham. Really liked the game of veteran Mark Murphy today, just a consistent ball winner and used it well. Matt Kennedy, good. Will Setterfield, has become a important player for the Blues on the ball. Sam Walsh bobbing up here and there. Ed Curnow, pretty unobtrusive but effective, and Cunningham with a couple of really smart bits of play. For the Roos, Pollock, after moved out into that wing, I thought gave them plenty of value in terms of getting the ball forward. Trent Dumont worked pretty hard. Ditto Sean Higgins. McDonald, I thought, really tried hard in defence. Walker, ditto. and Bailey Scott bobbing up with 3 goals, which in a game where goals were difficult to come by, were a pretty important contribution. Bottom line here for both teams, Carlton 4-4 and right in finals contention. They're playing some good footy when conditions allow. And there's a real spirit about this side. And, look, I think they're looking at a decent chance of being part of this year's finals campaign. North Melbourne, well, it just gets worse for them. That's 6 losses in a row now. Still no Jack Siebel, still no Ben Cunnington. And look, they really had a crack today. They were heaps better than last week against Richmond. But they just haven't got the cattle at the moment to make competitive defeats into victories. And so it's looking like a pretty long season for the Kangaroos. That's it for Match Dispatch. A 7-point win to Carlton. We'll see you later.